Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at this LED taillight from Optronics and showing you how to install it. Let's get started. You're going to get all your normal taillight functions. We've got our running light on right now. You've also got your brake light and turn signals. You can see we've got 6 individual LED diodes and we get pretty good illumination overall. The LEDs are nice because they're going to last a lot longer than incandescent bulbs and in some cases can be quite a bit brighter too. These ones I think are going to give you really good visibility, even just in the well-lit shop here with only the running lights on. I'd say they're pretty good. And the brake lights, of course, are going to get brighter as well as the turn signals. So everything from this red lens to the outer flange here with all the mounting points is going to be a polycarbonate construction. Feels pretty good. It doesn't feel flimsy or thin, so I think it's going to hold up pretty well if there are any rocks or anything that hit it on the road. And the entire thing is sonically sealed and waterproof, so it's completely submersible. If you are putting this on something like a boat trailer, you're not going to have to worry about any sort of water damage, so long as you are pairing that wiring with some heat shrink butt connectors. Speaking of the wiring and mounting locations, this whole install is pretty easy. All you're going to need is just some stuff to do some basic wiring connections, and you should be good to go. Let's check it out. So the first step of our install is to remove the old light. For ours today, we've just got 2 self-tapping screws that I will remove on the top and bottom here. Every application might be a bit different depending on what you've got set up for your trailer. And once we do get this removed, all the wires in the back are already disconnected. So we'll be able to just pull the whole light housing away from the trailer. So then we can pull that back like this. We've got our 3 wires and we've got our other 3 ends right here that we will connect the new light to. So for our new light here, we've got those same 3 wires. Our white one here is labeled as our ground, our black one for our tail, and this red one for our stop and turn. All that is just right there labeled on the back. So what we're gonna do is actually test for the wires on the trailer so we can verify those functions and that all the colors match. So with the running lights on our vehicle, we can go and test. We've got our ground hooked up on our white wire there, and then if I go and touch this black wire, we can see that it's lighting up, letting us know that the black wire on the trailer side is also going to be for our running lights, and that red wire will also be for our stop and turn signal. So one thing I want to do before we connect everything is I actually want to strip back just a little bit extra on the new light here, just to make sure we've got enough wire exposed for a nice solid connection. So we can do that just with a pair of our wire strippers. And then you can just give the wire on the end a bit of a twist to help it all stay together and make those new connections now. I'll start by taking my heat shrink butt connector and then connecting one end onto the side of the new light. We can then crimp that down in place. And then I always like to give it just a little tug to make sure everything's secure. And I'll repeat that process for the other 2 wires. With all those connections made, now, since we've tested our wires, we can just match the colors to the ones on the trailer side and crimp those ends down the same way we did on the end with the light. And then finally we can take our heat gun and shrink down those heat shrink butt connectors. Then we can reattach it the same way we took ours apart by just reusing that hardware, or if you picked up new hardware, you can use that as well. Okay, and now that everything is connected and reattached, I'm just going to turn the vehicle into accessory mode here. We can test our running lights, then we can test our brake lights, and of course our turn signals. Once we've verified that everything's working, we can go ahead, turn off the vehicle, and we're ready to hit the road. And that'll do it for our look and installation of this Optronics tail light. Thanks for watching.